Hi, Sabrina, Zachary. Well, just getting a little focused on everything else. The other, also on YouTube and TikTok, trying to educate people about what we do here. Uh, and it takes a little more for that to populate for some reason. Back. Well, if you're keeping, if you're watching the news, you know, there's a lot of Washington news, and you got to set that aside. I mean, what they're doing now and how they're screwing things up, it really will affect the long term. It's not going to affect them much the short term. For some people it is, but it's usually the big fat cats, you know. He's after the the people he's trying to get justice with, you know, the big institutions, the big liberal universities, and stuff like that. And also in the budget for medical help. I mean, that's a hit and going to be hurt a lot of people. But don't forget, for no matter where you are in this country, there are options. And that's why you have to look for options. So if something disappears, you have to look for options. Like just did something like right now. You could go and find, because he's only talking about one like major program. But what happens is every federal, city, state, local nonprofits, they also have programs that help. We're still a giving country. And the overall money that's going to be given out this year and next year, you know, to individuals is going to be growing. It's going to be bigger. It was bigger, like this year is bigger than last year with Biden, and next year is going to be bigger because that's just, it's baked into the system, you know, 90% of it. So it's really hard to make a big difference yet, but making difference long term. But until then, I mean, what you need to solve your problems today, and that's what you have to work at and find the information today. Like right now, you could go, and what we recommend a lot too is if you're not a member of Lesko Help, is to go someplace like the people who just concentrate on free money. See, that's why I put in the title here, Free Money America. That's what we're about, trying to show you where in America all the free money is. Google doesn't do that. And that's why if you don't have money and you're looking for free money, you can't use Google. So that's why I see we only show you places that give out free money. Because and if you go to Google and you don't have money, you're going to get caught, you're going to get scammed or whatever. You just can't afford to go there. So look at this, and particularly the amount of options you have is just incredible to me. Now, I just recently went up to Find Help. It's a thing that we recommend a lot, a good place to find local nonprofit organizations that will help you solve your problem. And the way you use local nonprofit organizations is just not to get an application and apply for a program. No, because most of these people are people, they have money, but they also have expertise that can help people like you that are looking to solve a financial problem. And there's so many of them. So if it's sort of like getting a date or getting a job, if one doesn't hire you, you just go to the next one. Like here, just for my zip code where I live, I put in rent and Find Help, and I got 74 organizations that help people pay their rent. 74. That's just in one zip code. So you know there's a hell of a lot more all over, and bigger cities will have more. Or home repair. So for my zip code in home repair, I got 174 organizations. 174. 174. You know, and sure, you could go to Google and put in home repair, and you'll get 200 million. But that's a bigger problem than what you started with, because you don't know what's good, what's not, or whatever. Yeah, Jesus, this is live, live from Washington, D.C. Utilities. I put in my zip code and put in utilities. I got 114 organizations that help you pay utilities. Starting a business. And also, I usually don't go to Find Help to start a business, but they have 97 organizations to start a business. Even if they're not perfect for you, what's so great about these organizations is that they help people start businesses. Maybe not your kind of business, maybe not your kind of person, maybe they help a different kind of demographic, so and they won't help you, but they will know, they're more likely to know than anybody else you'll ever find, who else will help people like you. That's the key. That's the key. In other words, the same way you come to us and we point you, we don't have money for you, right? But we point you to where to go. So now you have to take the same thing and go a step deeper. And you find these other people locally that do the same thing. And that's what we do. You send you local, then you ask them where's the best place local. Or how about this financial emergency? 227 organizations. 227 organizations for a financial emergency. How relevant is the info with Trump and Doge office? Well, it's very relevant. We cover it every day. There's new programs that are opening every day. Most of Trump's things are still in the courts, so you don't even know if they're cut. Some are cut, some are not. But it's in the overall big picture, very little will be changed now. But what I worry about, you hear about those cuts, you hear about Trump cutting things like that, so you think it's all gone, and that's absolutely nonsense. That's why you just ignore what the hell's going on in Washington and go out and get the help you need to solve your problem. Your problem's not going to go away, so you might as well start on it. And so anything they're doing now maybe will make it a little harder for you. I don't know. I doubt it for a while, but it may be, and that's life. I mean, there'll be other things in the way for you to get things done. There's no easy way in life. You're not going to get, nobody can give you one website to solve all your problem and just fill out an application. No, you got to get on the phone and talk to people. That's why I'm so proud of us that we only charge $20. I used to charge thousands and thousands to do this. But I was doing that. People could afford thousands and thousands. They don't need the money. That's what pissed me off. I said, all these people who really need the money, don't have that kind of money to get help. So I'm so proud that we do it for $20. And now we have a way, so tell your friends today is the last day to try Lesko. So to try Lesko. So we have leskodollar.com. And that's a way to try Lesko to see if it's for you. So you don't have to risk the $20 with us. You just go to trylesco.com. Okay, you go to trylesco.com and you can do just $1. For $1, you could try us for 5 days. And it's just like a regular member, so there's not, you don't have to wear a different t-shirt or something like that. That you're a cheapskate. No, we help you just the same, unlimited one-on-one help. And that's what we do. We give unlimited one-on-one help to solve any financial problem you have. And not only that, I mean, what I'm really shocked that all of a sudden, like yesterday, we had 5 hours of live video that you could talk to people about helping you, how do you get this money? How do you apply? What do I have to know? What I don't have to know? That was 5 hours. So different people, and these are members. See, we have 15,000 members now. And what they do, they also volunteer to help other members. So instead of getting some crazy guy like me, who's been studying this for 50 years, you get help from somebody like you who just found out about how to do this themselves too. And that's what's great, I think. And that's why I could see this thing lasting a little longer than me, maybe, because it's the members that are helping members. And that's where really, the power behind this is. It's not me or anything else. And so the government makes it possible because they create all these programs and they don't do this. See, I really think the government should be doing this. We should not be doing this. This is ridiculous. It's not our money or anything. The government setting up these programs, they don't know how to do this. They don't know how to get people involved, take advantage of it. And it's such an octopus, because it's federal programs, state programs, county programs, nonprofit organizations. So don't know. And that's why I call it, I'm starting to think of it in a way that it's Free Money America. Because here's America. Here's the pie of America pie. My, Miss America pie. Okay? Now, this is the whole pie in America for a given year. All the money in America that people use. Okay? See the yellow part, or orange, or whatever it is? The yellowish thing represents capitalism. So that's where you need money. A lot of people here in this country to help you if you have money. And that's what Google is. Google is this yellow people. So they want to get your money to help you. They will help you if you have money. Okay? But if your problem is money, you don't have money. So it seems a little silly you're going to spend more money to get out of the money problem. And that's just making it worse because there's nothing, nobody can guarantee you'll get anything. Is that these programs are real, what we guarantee. We don't guarantee you get the money, we guarantee that every program is real. We guarantee that hundreds of millions of people get this money every year. And nobody can guarantee. If anybody guarantees you you're gonna get a grant, that's smells like a scam, walks like a scam, talks like a scam, so it's a scam. And because nobody can, except the people giving out the money. So that's what we do. We show you what offices give out the money. Now then what you have to do is contact them and ask them. You don't just fill out applications. You first contact the office, ask them if it makes sense for you to apply to their grant or their money. And that's going to save you a lot of headaches and a lot of time. Okay, and that's what you do. And if they say no, then you ask them, hey, well, where else do you think would be a good place for me to apply? And that's how you get to the real stuff, because they know things that aren't even available yet. They know things that, they never even thought of. And that's why the key to this, getting help like this, is you and how you talk on the phone. I mean, that's the key to everything in life now, because you can't rely on Google to show you exactly what is, even what AI is good, but then you have to get to the person who gives out the money and see if you're eligible for it. And then to be able to talk to them a way that they want to help you find other places. Okay, so it's how you talk to people is how much money and help you're going to get. It's too complicated out there. You're never going to learn the whole system and be able to do, oh, this is the one thing for you. No, and research doesn't work that way. It works by talking to people and getting them to like you, so they stretch the extra mile to do that. Because don't forget, all these people that you're going to talk to get paid whether they help you or not. So they're not, the people you call in Google, they get paid when you give them money. So they only get paid if you give them money. So they're going to make everything sound like this is perfect for you. And they work on what they're going to say to make it sound like that to you. Okay. But really, they're telling you what's best for them because they're making money from you. So they really don't have your interest in mind. So that's why, you'll see that, everyone will say they're the perfect thing for you, and they can't be, So that's why you have to get options. And if you're going to spend on all these options, you'll be out of money before you figure out the answer. So that's why stick to the Free Money America. Free Money America is this part. Nonprofit organizations and government offices. That's right. I think conservatives hate this part because they're paying for it. But this is the part where people help people. I mean, I think if you live in a society, you want to help these people. You have a family, you want to help other members of the family, right? You have a neighborhood, you want to help other people in the neighborhood. Well, this is what we set up to do, okay? And that's what you need to learn how to use, because nobody teaches you how to do that. They just teach you how to spend money and how to go to Google to spend money. So you got to give up that, okay? Because you want to go to the Free Money America. That's the 40%. The 60% is Google. 40% is Free Money America. And it's it's not hard. It's just that it's not in Google, and we're trained to only go to Google. But AI is great because you can go to AI and say, hey, I only want government offices and nonprofit organizations. So you could go to AI and say, hey, I only want one of these two people. Nonprofit organizations, government offices. So when you put a question into AI, that's who you want, because they're the ones that give you out free money. If you say everybody, then you get all these. And these people have, billions and billions of websites because they're trying to get money from everybody. So these will have only one website, and so the universe is a lot smarter. And when you get it, it's, to me, it's perfect. We should be out of business because of AI. But then there's so many other things you have, because people aren't trained to do that. That we're just relying on Google too much. And that's why, don't forget, Google is there to make money. And they're the richest company in the world, I think. So they're making a lot of money, and they're not interested in changing. So you have to be smart enough to give up on Google. I mean, Google's great if you know the exact name of something, then you could use Google. But if you're looking for help with something, you want to fix up your house or something like that, or get a better job. No, you don't want to do that. You want to find the nonprofit organizations that help you. And then maybe there's a few for-profits that will do that for free, but they would be a nonprofit if they really wanted to do it. Get free money to start up my janitorial business. I tried everywhere possible, but they're telling me they can't help because of my credit score. Well, that means you're looking for a loan business. People who give grants don't give a shit about your credit score because they don't care. They want money back. You're not looking deep enough. You're probably looking in Google. Okay, if you want to, if you're not a member, if you don't have $1, because if you have $1, we could show you all this stuff. You go to leskodollar.com, and tonight, at midnight tonight, is the last day for the dollar offer. So if you don't have $1, do this. Go to Tiny, Tiny, and then tinyurl.org. Okay, tinyurl.org. Can you remember that? And then slash, trying to see if I have a picture on it, tinyurl.org, and then slash Lesko local business, tinyurl.com / Lesko local business. So download that report, and that shows you how to use AI to get all the organizations where you live that help people start their businesses for free. They give money and help. And I show you, and it's like this. I mean, you'll see what I wrote there. I think I did it for Pittsburgh. Show me a list, give me a listing of all the nonprofit organizations and government offices that provide money and help to start or expand a business in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I said, give me 40. I pour it, and you could ask for 20 more. I mean, it'll go on a lot, and it'll stretch itself, okay? So you could do that and get that list. So now you don't have to give us $1. But if you do, you could see tonight we have Michelle is on at 7 o'clock live. You could ask Michelle, how do you really apply for grants? What's the application like? What should I do? What should I do? Okay, that's for at 7 o'clock. Then Tony is on at 9:30 tonight, okay? And 5:30, I forgot. We have 5:30, that's soon. And that's starting up a nonprofit, Megan and Sabrina. Sabrina's right here now, too. So she and Megan are going to help you set up a nonprofit. And where the help is for that. And then tomorrow morning, we have coffee with Michelle again. We have grants. We have, Michelle is working hard. ADHD tips and tricks for charity. We have nonprofit help again. We have help with buy a home, start a business, open office, how to use AI. All these are live. and they don't charge any money. It's easy. You just click on, and then you become a member, and you can ask a question very easily. Then also on the left-hand side is a table of contents. And one of the best things in the table of contents we have is called Unlock My Goals. Okay, so it's called Unlock My Goals, or Your Goals. Okay, right there is, like the first one is Pay My Bills and Debt. Pay my bills and debt. And that's like 7 steps to getting out of debt free, getting your credit cards under control, getting some of that forgiven. There's a whole bunch of ways you get a lot of your stuff that you owe people forgiven. Even your IRS bill, taxes, you can forgive it. There's an office for that. There's so many things that people don't. You have a hospital bill, you can get that forgiven. So it shows you the organizations. The first thing you do on all this is calling somebody for help. So for getting rid of your debt and bills, you call a free financial counselor first. They're all free, I tell you. So if you don't want to pay $1 to find out, you could go to that findhelp.org. Go to findhelp.org and put in financial assistance, and you'll find probably 50, 100, 200 organizations that do that. Or you can go to hud.gov/counseling, and you make an appointment with them. They're all free, and you make an appointment. Let people look at that. They solve these kind of problems all the time, so they could solve it for you too. But you have to take the time to make that appointment, and you'll see how much better you're going to feel. You're going to get rid of that monkey off your back that makes you awake at night because you can't pay your bills. I got a government destabilized. Take care, Michelle. I got a government to destabilize. Not sure what that means, Pack. David Martin, question. Do you think the next decade is going to be good and never was there better time to be alive? Man, I don't know. You have to always be optimistic because that gives you energy. And there's a lot of good people in this country, so there will be. There's a lot of assholes too, and I'm one of them sometimes. We all have our bad spots. But no, you have to, because of energy, optimism. That's why I think even humor, use humor. That's why when you call a government office, be natural, be humorous. Then they'll want to talk to you more. If you're you goddamn government bureaucrats, you better help me, you son of a bitch, and they have to help you because they work for you. That's what it is. But if you're funny and humor, then they're going to help you more, by standing on a street corner with a sign, "We'll work for a new bucket. Hey, it works for the homeless." Right, exactly. I will start my job by saying, no, David, what you want to do is go to, if you're a member, for $1, you could be a member and go to Unlock My Goals, okay? And then you have Start a Business, and then you make an appointment with a mentor that help you start any kind of business. You could be homeless, and still they'll sit down with you and help you start a business. And that's what America is, and that's what's available in America. But people call the wrong offices, so they don't know where it is and how to use it. So if you don't want to be a member of Lesko Help, by the way, Lesko Help is now, until the end of the day, you could join Lesko Help for $1. So you go to leskodollar.com, and for $1, you get 5 days of unlimited help to apply to every grant and benefit you're eligible for. And see, the rich people know there's so many benefits for all ages, all incomes. You don't have to be poor. Some organizations, some programs, you do have to be poor. But that poor is not destitute. I mean, it could be most of the poor programs have incomes up to like $50,000, $60,000. And that's what they count poor. And actually for buying a home, they have grants. You could get a $100,000 grant with the income up to $150,000. So it's crazy. So don't worry about what the income limit is. Find the program. And if for some reason a program says you're make too much money, go to another program. I told you, like here, starting business, there's 97 programs in one zip code. For home repair, there's 147 programs in one zip code. For rent, there's 74 programs in one zip code. So they all have different requirements. So when you call one and they say you make too much money, you can't go home and say, oh, I'm not eligible for government programs. They said I made too much money. That's only one program. I mean, my estimate is there's 750,000 programs. 750,000 programs. If you go to Find Help, you'll find 600 or 500,000 programs right there. Find Help has 500,000 programs, okay? As Ronald Reagan says, government program, $1 down and we'll catch you later. Yeah. Oh, actually, he was big on, the joke was, I'm from the government, I'm here to help you. Well, if you go to the right office, that's really true. If you go in the wrong office, then that's not true. And I don't know, you could go to a lot of for-profit organizations, and it's the same thing. These are just, it's human nature. And the bigger the organization, the less, the more inefficiency there is. So Doge, in a way, is good because we got to get rid of some of this stuff, especially the inefficient stuff, but not just by coming in and firing tens of thousands of people by noon who have been working there for 20, 30 years and building up expertise. Like now, the Department of Justice, man, it sounds like it's really been gutted of real people worried about justice. Now they just want people to worry about Trump and what he thinks is justice instead of what the laws think is justice. I need help for my son's college. He said it on Carson in 1975. Oh, huh. Yeah, I don't know what context that was. No, he had a lot. I know he was on against welfare queens and yeah, there are that. But to me, they're bigger millionaire queens than there are welfare queens. I mean, the richers are taking our money more than anything. You realize in unpaid taxes, there's now $600 million to $1 billion of uncollected taxes every year. 600 million to $1 billion uncollected taxes. So we're just going to cut Medicaid for poor people for healthcare and save $1 billion, and we're letting $1 billion go in uncollected taxes because they fired all the people who who do that. It's sort of like, I don't know if you run a business and you're you have customers that owe you money. It seems like you go after that money first. Well, the same thing, the business of the government is run by taxes. And if people aren't paying the taxes, that's what you should concentrate on. But no, nobody wants to do that. And it's probably mostly rich people. So that's what I mean, that they, I don't know. I need startup money for a business, okay? Lots of money, okay? I just gave you a report. You can download this report for free. It's called Tiny, Tiny, URL.com, tinyurl.com/Lesko local business, tinyurl.com Lesko local business. You've washed up now. What did I say? You're all washed up. No, I'm old. I don't know about why. Yeah, I just actually got out of the shower, so I am washed up. You're right. I'm washed up because I just came back from exercise. So I wash up after that. Don't you? But no, I'm having more success with this than, I've been doing this work for 50 years and had like 2 New York Times bestsellers, a handful of $1 million businesses, famous infomercials and all that kind of stuff. But right now, Lesko Help, or now we call it Lesko Dollar, just by the end of the day. And this offer ends at midnight tonight. So by midnight tonight, you could join us for $1, and you get 5 days of unlimited one-on-one help to apply to every grant and government benefit you're eligible for. So that's important to know. But yeah, I thought I'd be washed up by now. I didn't know, I'm 82 years old. But no, we're helping more people now because of the one-on-one help. Before, I would sell millions and millions of books and nobody do anything. Yeah. But now you have people like Sabrina, whatever, they tell you step by step what to do, how they do it, and things like that. And I couldn't do that for $40 before, so I had to sell a $40 book. People buy the book and it just sat there and they did nothing Nothing at all. You can't just say you have a good idea. You have to get, can't just say you have a good idea. You have to get help with that idea. And there's a lot of help out there for you to get that, to do something with idea. But you have to do the first thing of make an appointment to people. I like to talk that shit, man. This clown. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, well, get an appointment, and you remember. So go over to Unlock My Goals and see Start a Business. And the first item there is to make an appointment with a free mentor. So do that, because otherwise you're just talk. You're all hat and no cowboy. What do they call it? All hat and no cows or something. Trying to be a cowboy, but he just has a cowboy hat. So you have to do something, and bounce that idea off of people who will tell you if it's crazy or not, and what you have to do. And if somebody you talk to first, is not treating you well, you go to another one. There's plenty of them, okay? And that's what they have to do. It's like dating, like getting a job, whatever. Okay, so, I see. So that's what you want the 50K for. Okay, but don't say you want money. When you go for help, say, I want to start a business. I need help. That's all you say. And then you go over that with them. Do I still have to sign up for the $1? No, you're there. You're here, Candace. Yeah. If you want to donate the $1, that's great. But Matthew, thank you for all my life. See you on TV. Say, I paid for one service, and I want to figure out how to get some grants and loans, being in school and a single father. Okay, make that appointment. Also, if you're in school now, make sure you contact your financial aid office. There's so much money in the financial aid offices at all schools that people don't know, and it comes and goes quickly, and so you don't know. So just because when you signed up, you want the financial aid, no, check in with them regularly. See if there's any more sources they have, okay? Thank you for making this so affordable. Thank you, Diana. I would like to get funding for a new home care business. Well, to me, I don't think you need much money for that. You just need customers and a rag to clean people and a vacuum cleaner, whatever the heck you need. Well, make an appointment, Deani. Unlock My Goals and starting a business, and make an appointment. You have to make an appointment with people. And if the one doesn't work, you try another, okay? It's all about making appointments and getting the help you need. Okay, much appreciated. Thank you for the efforts. And the people that are listening to me, if you're not a member yet, leskodollar.com, because it ends tonight. This is the last time you'll be able to get. We run it every so often, every month or so, but we run it for 5 days to see if it's profitable for us. So we try it for $1, and it has been so far. So we'll probably have it again sometime, but I don't know when. Appointment with someone you want an appointment, Diana, from, look on the left-hand side. You probably don't see the left-hand side because the video's there now. But there is a left-hand side. Let me get you, okay. Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay, here's the link to the Start a Business in Lesko Help here. I signed up, looking for money for a home as a disabled vet. Okay, Llewellyn, what you want to do is go over to Unlock My Goals and look for home and housing, okay? And that will take you through the step-by-step. There's really 10 organizations that you have to contact locally. And it means calling each one of these up to see how they might be able to help you, okay? And that's very important to do. Don't expect you're gonna go 1 or 2 places and find out and get what you need. And also, as a vet, contact this number for veterans office. It is 888-777-4443. Okay, that's the County Veteran Service Officers. So you call them and make an appointment, okay? I'm having trouble moving through the onboarding process. Video 2 is locked. Well, maybe after you finish this or before. Okay, Tara. Okay, Sabrina, I think, is here. If she is, let her know. Or send. Also, you can always. Let's see. Oh, you got it now? Oh no, who got locked? I'll try another browser. Do you know how to, you know Firefox? Sometimes it's just that. Or if you have another laptop or a phone, try another browser to make sure. Having trouble moving through. Okay, got it. Okay. Matthew, thank you for all I've seen you on TV promoting success. I paid for the one service for you. Okay, don't forget, if you're not a member now, I have to go on because I gotta, this is the last day. I got a lot of things to do today because the last day of our leskodollar.com. So if you're not a member, sign up for $1 and you get 5 days unlimited help to apply to every grant you're eligible for, okay? 5 days unlimited help to apply to every grant you're eligible for, okay? And if you think we ripped you off, we'll give you your money back. Even just the $1, and we'll give you any time. I mean, we never argue with anything like that. My husband's a program there to help the mortgage payments and how I'm disabled. Yes, Sandra, go over to my bills, in Unlock My Goals on the left-hand side. You'll see Unlock My Goals. And really, you want to start with the first one, your bills and debt. And you have to start calling and make an appointment with people. And that shows you what to do. If you get stuck, then ask us. And I think tomorrow we have 3-4 hours. I guess tonight we have more hours. What is today? Friday, Saturday? I think it's Saturday, right? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, calendar tonight. Okay, right. Oh, that's Sunday. So Saturday, we have anything tonight? Today, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we have somebody 5:30 you could talk to, someone at 7 o'clock you could talk to, and then someone at 9:30 you can talk to. So we're all live online there, okay? 5:30, 7, and 9:30. Then tomorrow, it's at 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Rock. 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. You're going to rock around that clock tonight. Then on tomorrow, 9 o'clock, yeah. And then the next day, Sunday, is 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay, wow. See, all that help, man, for $1. How do we find the lives? Yes, it's on the left-hand side. There's a table of contents on the left-hand side, and they're under called our calendar, okay? So look at our calendar on top. It's like the third one down. It says chat with co-host, and then Lesko highlights, and then what's new today, and our calendar, and then you see the calendar. Okay, guys, let me go, lover, and I'll be back. Okay, leskodollar.com, 5 days for $1. Okay, love you so much. I can't wait. Oh, I found it a good talk. I've been trying to love harder. I think that's the best thing to do in life, and that's why even Lesko help. To me, I call it a loving community. It's people trying to show love to each other to help them do what they want. And Smiley told me a thing. Some poet. She said, her heart has stretch marks. That's what I want to try to do. Get stretch marks in my heart. I live in Silver Creek, Mississippi, and I'm trying to get money for myself and property. No luck. Can you help? Yes, Tawanda, I'm going to go now. I have to go, but you can try us for $1, leskodollar.com, okay? If that, if you don't have a dollar, don't want to give me money, I understand. Go here. Can you see that? Is that the right way or the wrong way? But it should be findhelp.org. For some time, I think I have one on both here. Here's one. I think it's both here. Findhelp.org. So if you don't want to go to Lesko Dollar costs you $1, and we give you 5 days of unlimited free help. Or you could start here, leskohelp.com, or, no, that's Lesko Help, no? I thought that was Find Help. Sorry, I don't know if I got Find Help. Find Help. Okay, here's the Find Help, yeah. Okay, so Find Help here, okay? And you go there, and that could start. You put in housing, put in dollars, and you start making phone calls. That's the only way you're gonna get something done, okay? Let's go help. Okay, and here's leskodollar.com, and Find Help for the free one. This is $1 for 5 days, unlimited help. This is free. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. How do I make an appointment again? Yeah, with us, you have to go, we have the, look at the calendar. To make an appointment, then it's the experts outside of us. We're not experts in the subject. We want to show you where to contact the real experts for getting your mortgage paid or getting a business, any of your debt. And they're under Unlock My Goals. So that's where you find that. Cheers. Where you gone on where? Tomorrow? Oh, what is your zip code tomorrow? Okay, you're in Mississippi, right, tomorrow? Well, tell me your zip code. Let me show you. Now, if you're trying to get Section 8 or something like that to work, call your elected official, okay? And your congressman and senator. Here's a number, 202-224-3121. 202-224-3121. But Tawanda, okay. Now, what do you need help with? Is that for your mortgage or something? Okay, so it's 39663. Okay, now I'm going to go to this, and you write this down. I'm going to findhelp, findhelp.org. Findhelp.org. Okay, I'm going to put in your zip code, 39663. I put that in. Okay, and then I'm going to put housing. Okay. There's 165 places in your zip code that help people with housing. Okay. Did you hear that, Tawana? 165. Okay. I'm in a stove. So there's 165 places. Now what you have to do is call each one of those until you get help. There's no shortcuts for that, okay? And that's what's important. You have to do the calling. You have to get the help. You have to ask for it. They're not gonna come to you. You have to come to them and ask for help, okay? I was approved USDA direct loan, and I am disabled. My loan amount is, I can't find a home that is without serious repair needs. Where do I apply for a grant to add Well, actually, the USDA has repair money too. And if you're low income, so go to rd.usda.gov, rd.usda.gov, and look for the home repair grant. I was just calling the other day for somebody. Now, you can't make a lot of money and get a grant, but there's a, or you could find grants for home repair is going to findhelp.org and put in your zip code. And like in my zip code, I got like 150 programs. Yeah, home repair, 174 programs of grants and money to help for home repair. Okay, so you have to put it together. Okay. Miss you late night. Yes, they did well, but I'm helping more people now than those books did. People never read books. Okay, guys, let me go, lover, and don't get out and love somebody. Okay, help them. That's how you show your love. You help people do what they want to do in life. Oh, as a scientific.